It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show.
These niggas ain't nothing to me. These niggas ain't nothing to me. These niggas ain't nothing to me. Yeah, I walk a path handcrafted by God. Desert storm, see the bars to the fog. In the midst of my flaws, I can't fall. Elevated by the culture, the creation at my fold. To burn bridges like sofa, divine image. High spirits in the battle, cast arrows, then preserve them when I'm gone. Like a pharaoh, my apparel. Beyond fresh, beyond flesh. My blood brothers draw text like architects, artifacts. Real, recognize authentic. Fans get it, they cast stones. I curve like Andy Pettit, I'm geometric. God particle rhymes living in my genetics. Comedic flows like now rivers, I'm synesthetic. I've been connected, no signal in the phone. I was wired and hired to watch niggas like a drone. Been a menace with the chrome, let it infiltrate your bones. Niggas talk jazz and sidelines like Cherry Sloan, Al Capone. Never rest easy with them breathing. Champ Bailey off the deep and dropping quotes like Ephesians. Aromatic rap, smell the truth like I'm chiefing. Every bar perfectly placed, linen for sequence. My defense, my offense. Drop bomb, Vietnam war vets. I'm more or less cocky with a mic in my hand. The block out of sedan. I think quicker than you plotting a scam. Blah.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well on this Wednesday, going into the evening. You know what I'm saying? Now, just a couple days ago, I came out and said, man, we haven't seen any industry rappers coming out and really advocating for Drake and his lawsuit. Nobody really stepping outside, supporting him outside of the usual suspects. Maul, he's not a rapper. You got Ish from the Joe Budden podcast. He's supported him. People are telling me that Young Jock actually supported him as well. I guess Young Jock kind of counts, although he hasn't really been an industry rapper for numerous years. He's been more of a radio personality, Vlad TV, guest, those things. He ain't really been dropping records, but based on the success that he had in the mid 2000s and stuff, as a rapper, I guess you can count him. But we haven't seen any of Drake's actual contemporaries or people that are actually still in the conversation as it pertains to music coming out and siding with him or talking about the benefits or talking about any positives that could have possibly been derived from his lawsuit. So I'm going to just accept that most people ain't fucking with that shit and want to stay away from it, right? But now we've got our first challenger with Jim Jones, who I'm actually not surprised by because even before all of this came to the front, Jim Jones has been supporting Drake for some time. The whole Dipset, even though there's division within their camp, one thing that they can agree on is their love for Drake, right? And I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that. They fuck with who they fuck with. He brought him out on stage. He gives respect to them. Just a couple days ago, he was literally wearing a diplomat's outfit, looking like Santana. No, was that Santana? No, I think that was Cam, actually. Was that a Santana outfit or Cam? One or the other. And, so he's been continuing to pay homage to them, despite how weird it may look with him in his Zoolander face in the mirror. He's still showing them love, and I'm sure on their end, it's like, yo, we got to return it back. This dude is the biggest dude, or one of the biggest dudes out. He continues to give us some sort of recognition. We have to ride this out, even if we can't see eye to eye within the clique. Okay? So Jim Jones was recently doing an interview, and I got to be honest, it seems that he probably didn't read it himself, which is another through line that seems to be very consistent with everybody that has come out, such as a Maul, such as a Ish from JBP. These are people that are not sitting down reading the 81 pages. They're not reading the summary reports of what's going on. They're just going off of hearsay, what they're seeing, and formulating their own assessments based on whatever the fuck they think they're bringing to the table. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up this clip of Jim Jones. It's actually a sizable clip, too. It's not like a 30-second joint where he gets into why he supports Drake. He gets into he even gets slightly offended when the interviewer actually tries to give him some sort of direction. He interrupts him, he talks over him, gets emotional, and it's actually a pretty awkward visual here, but we're gonna play it nonetheless. Y'all let me know what y'all think of this shit. We're gonna come back in just a few, but let's go ahead and pull up Jimmy.
I also want to talk about Drake. Now it's official that he's really suing Universal.
Man, how many niggas you in the hood you know got lawsuits? How many niggas in the hood?
This is different though.
How? How many niggas in the hood you know got lawsuit money? How's it different? He's in a different realm, nigga. That's his hood.
But I feel like it's where the lawsuit. I feel like where the lawsuit's coming from.
Listen to me. Where's it coming from?
It's coming from a rap beef. That's giving them the motive to have the lawsuit.
You think about this shit wrong. You think about a bag or you think about a rap beef that's imaginary to the people. These niggas are playing on the highest level of fucking entertainment. But
He said this shit is imaginary. Not imaginary, Jones. Come on, dawg.
$1 billion gain. Now, if he could catch $1 billion gain in the midst of a rap beef, shitting me? Are you kidding me?
I think reputation matters. I think your image matters.
Bro, he's not snitching on nobody. He's catching a lawsuit.
No, I'm not. This has nothing to do with. I'm not calling him a snitch.
Let's get this together. He's not in a court of law. He's not have a personal suing against Kendrick Lamar, which everybody seems to think that this lawsuit is about. He didn't sue Kendrick Lamar. He sued UMG, which is the biggest company that has the biggest bag, nigga. You think I ain't gonna sue Amazon if I ain't get a chance to? Me suing everybody, nigga. Any one of them companies I get a chance to playing at that level to sue for billions, I'm going for it, nigga. Are you crazy?
This man just compared Universal Music Group and Amazon. Now, from a money standpoint, from a business corporation standpoint, I understand that they do kind of fall under large corporation. So you can put them in that bracket. However, we're talking about artists releasing music under these labels. Two of the biggest artists in the music industry, two of the artists that have probably the most reign of and control of their work out of anybody in the music industry. There's other pretty big famous artists that do not have creative control over their output. They do not have the ability to say, I'm dropping today and the label's gonna go with it. They do not have the ability to say, whatever I'm bringing to the table with this album is what's coming out. So let's not act like these two artists that we're speaking of are under some sort of slave constraints and that they're out here doing indentured servitude and that they're being spread, you know, however you want to say it, in a way that's unfavorable. That's not who we're talking about. We're talking about two of the biggest artists that have the most freedom of anybody in the music industry. He's suing using his opponent, and we cannot take that away. His opponent's lyrics are actually, like, if you go through the fucking lawsuit, the majority of the lawsuit is composed of his lyrics and trying to give false meanings to his lyrics in order to create some form of grievance. No, nigga, we not accepting that shit. Not accepting that shit. Talking about something, if I ever get a chance and I get in, it's like an Amazon. No, it's not like an Amazon, nigga. It is not like Amazon. We don't see you with no motherfucking yellow vest on, blue shirt. We damn sure don't see you out here delivering. Hell, if you was under them circumstances, you might be making better music, you know, but whatever.
I feel like there's unwritten rules, though.
Of what?
In the rap game.
Of what?
I'm never going to use a beef as a way to sue a record label.
You're making up your own unwritten rules. If he was suing Kendrick Lamar for defamation of character directly, papers got sent to him. People in the hip hop.
You know how much people you could sue, Jimmy?
People here in the hip hop game should be in a uproar. Like, oh, this nigga. Well, when Tracy Morgan just caught that bag, we was happy for him, right?
Of course, it was a car accident.
So how the fuck we not gonna be happy about somebody who get a bag from one of the biggest companies that been raping everybody anyway? You heard? So if it was on the flip side and a coalition of our smart rappers were to come together and be like, we're suing UMG for money retroactive for all of the bullshit games they've been playing and shit like that, it would have been, oh, hip hop wins, one for the culture.
Absolutely. If it happened today, I would stand behind that. But guess what the problem is and the difference is, Jim? If artists that were signed to Universal who have been getting robbed for decades, and we actually had multiple instances of this, actually, wasn't it? It wasn't too long ago. What group was that, man? I covered them on my fucking channel. Black Sheep, right? And Black Sheep came together, and they came together with basically a class action lawsuit against UMG. See, this is where people get the game fucked up. I am not a UMG pawn. I am not a UMG advocate per se. I'm just saying in this particular instance, I'm not siding with that sorry shit that homeboy got going on. But Black Sheep in 2023, they had a lawsuit get dismissed in a court of law. They came together with a bunch of older artists that predate streaming, right? And they came to the courts and said, hey, my contract never said anything about streaming. My contract never gave them any sort of permission to upload our music for streaming. We're now coming to the table wanting equitable stake in our royalty payments, and they claim that UMG kept somewhere in the ballpark of $750 million for the entire class, right? Because it was a class action suit that consisted of many artists over decades long time, right? Something like that, I supported then. If it were to happen again, I would support it now, right? Limp Bizkit, they're currently suing, I didn't even talk about it, I meant to, but other shit just been more important. They're suing UMG right now for $200 million. Fred Durst says that, again, they have not been receiving their royalty payments in full for many years, right? They've been making changes in some sort of portal that the artists have to go and log into, and there's money stating that they should be being paid out. However, the money is never being delivered to none of their accounts and stuff like that, right? So there's an ongoing issue with that. And there's other money that was like missing in action from people stealing and stuff like that. When it comes to actual stealing, when it comes to actual nefarious acts, I'm going to support that. But if you lose a rap battle and you become devalued and you try to renegotiate your contract and a motherfucker say, you're not worth what you were last time we did a negotiation with you, that's what it is. And then you want to try to throw the nigga you got in the battle with under the bus. You're going to try to call him anti-Semitic to try to create some sort of pain and suffering. You're going to come out and say that this man was threatening to beat me up when you have multiple lyrics in your battle raps towards that person saying that you was going to do all type of stuff, that you know what I mean, you was... We've gone over this. He had violent references in his shit too. Every time we hear a battle rap back and forth, niggas make violent references. But all of a sudden, he wants to put it inside paperwork saying that he made the wop 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 sound, which is the sound that you hear when somebody gets beaten up, and that he wanted to enact violence on me because I'm a pedo. We can't accept no shit like that. I'm sorry. And I'm still amped up about this shit as I was the couple days ago when the shit dropped. Yeah, I'm still on this shit. Anybody feel like I'm dragging it out? We gonna keep drag on, motherfucker. Rough Riders. Till some other shit happen out this bitch that's actually worth talking about. Because I really don't give a fuck about nothing else that niggas is talking about in the industry right now. But we gonna get to them niggas too in another video. But no, sir. No, sir. And it's gonna be updates on this motherfucker. You best believe he gonna come out with an amended complaint, and it's gonna be some more bullshit in that motherfucker. So Jim Jones, I hope you got your riding boots on, sir. I hope you got a whole saddle since you riding with homie. You gonna have to Cowboy Carter it on out, okay?
Because this man is smart enough to use his turbulence to go after a bigger picture, which none of us will ever be in them rooms anyway. He's suing UMG, bro.
I understand that.
Yeah, you talk about something you'll never ever understand the in and outs of when you come into that type of money. You heard? Like, so when we deal with the media, that's what we do. They heighten everything. And when you deal with rap and hip hop, they twist everything. This has no reflection of the street and the code of snitching on them. But you know what? No. You know what a real snitch is?
I never called him a snitch.
I'm just telling you. But this is what it insinuates and shit like.
I did. I certainly did. And if Jim Jones were to beef with another rapper and that rapper say, because this label allowed you to put this music out and diss me and disparage me, and I'm gonna go to the courts quoting your music, your lyrics. I'm gonna put your entire name. I'm gonna make references to your record deal and the negotiations that you have been going through with your own personal interaction with said label. Yes, you're gonna have a problem with it, right? You had a problem with whatever the fuck 6ix9ine Tekashi had going on, and you really ain't had shit to do with it as far as the public knew, but you was involved in that. That's why 50 was just on your head, right? So we already know you get emotional, you get angry, you get ready to take street justice over less. So please stop moving the goalposts, man. If you support homie, just say you support him. Hey man, go get his bag. But what you're doing here is you're lying. You're speaking from a place of not knowing what's even being reflected in the paperwork. Because if you were sitting in the same space with somebody putting your name in 80 pages of a lawsuit saying that they're not suing you, but everything that they're talking about is surrounding you, you would absolutely have a problem with that shit, and you would be ready to get a whole band of motherfuckers together to go find the next tour stop that nigga gonna be on to go see about what they got going on and try to put hands, feet, Timberlands, and all shit on them. You know what I'm saying? Quit the fucking games.
When he
don't think
doing
so.
it, you just said it's a certain code against the rap culture. That means
No,
what's
this-
the code? He's not keeping it tall. You don't say nothing because you said it.
No, I'm not able to talk.
You're not able to talk because you already said what you said. You said there was an unwritten rule that he shouldn't have did that. That means, what is the unwritten rule?
I'm talking when it comes to rap battle.
This ain't got nothing to do with rap battle. Them is penis. It ain't got nothing to do with it.
That's
the
where I'm coming
song
from.
is out. The song is out. It's still gonna bubble. It's out. Whatever the people perception of him winning or losing is out. It's done. He said, "Cool. That's how you feel. Cool."
No, he didn't say that's how y'all feel. Cool. He wants the song removed. He's put in multiple requests for the song to either be removed from all of the platforms in which it's available, or to try to say that it should come with some sort of disclaimer to let the world know that this is just some creative license and it's not true and it's based on false stories and claims. This is the man that's trying to get this song put in a blacklist so that Kendrick Lamar can't perform it at the Super Bowl. If he walked away and said, cool, that's how y'all feel, I'm gonna go get my bread, I think a lot more people would respect this shit. But no, he's not saying that Universal is lowballing me in a negotiation. He's not saying that Universal is actually stealing money from me. Like I said to somebody in the comments who wanted to come advocate for Drake, and by all means, if you advocate for Drake, do that. This is a free fucking country. Do you? However, my thing is, Drake has been signed to UMG for the greater part of 15 plus years. Nowhere in his lawsuit has he named 1 year where they stole from him. And that nigga was getting done dirty for years between Aspire Music Group, between Cash Money, Young Money. I don't even think Universal was eating the way they should have off this nigga, to be all the way frank. But nowhere in his complaint did he say Universal was fucking me over for the last 15 years. Nowhere in his complaint did he say Universal mishandled the royalties from my last album. Nowhere in his complaint did he say Universal has ran off on my touring from the last tour. Nowhere, you know what I'm saying? All things that would be valid if he were to come to the front and actually give us valid reasons as to why Universal is stealing money from him or financially doing him wrong. People would be able to discern, okay, this is a legitimate lawsuit. But no, you really want to sue the nigga that beat you. But you know, if you actually put the lawsuit in his name, the backlash that you're gonna receive will be even more amplified. It's already turned all the way up because we already know what you're doing. We already know what type of activities you on. So it's not like you could do it in secrecy. But again, we don't even, matter of fact, I'll do you one better. Take it to the battle. Where's the royalties from Push-Ups? Where's the royalties from Family Matters? Where's the royalties from the Heart Part 6, the whack version. Did Universal take that? Did Universal do something wrong with those records? Did they not show you a fair accounting from what you've received in the last 8 months? That would be a legit problem. I went and did this. I went and battled with this guy on the front lines of the stage, the world stage. Everybody was tuned in. This was an opportunity for both of us as artists to come out and capitalize financially off of the biggest songs that we could possibly release at this point in our careers. And I'm just saying from his perspective of like having a grievance. And we got all these streams, we got all these sales off these songs, all this attention, all this marketing, and I'm not getting paid. I'm not eating off them songs, right? My diss records towards Kendrick Lamar generated, let's just throw a ballpark number out there, $8 million, right? And I haven't seen a penny of it. Or they tried to lowball me and say, hey, here's 1.5 out of the 8 because, we had to do XYZ. All right. $6.5 million delinquent. They not trying to give it to you. They trying to rob you. Okay, that's a valid problem. And the amount of accounting and all of the other things that you have to invest just to find that out. You want to put some interest on it and say they owe you $25 million out of a $6 million grievance because they've been, pushing you away, not trying to be transparent with you. Again, there's people that would be able to reason with that and identify with that and say, okay, that's valid. I may not fuck with him. I might not like his face, the way he walk and talk and dress, but shit, man, that got some credence to it. 81 pages, nothing of the like was said. So let's not make this a financial issue when it's really about the fact that it is financial, but it's not financial in terms of them doing him wrong. It's just that the number they're offering him is not the number that he's asking for. And that's just what it is when you go into a negotiation. Nobody is guaranteeing you nothing. There is no guarantee for anything. And if you got a certain amount of money on a deal and then you become devalued or you become less popular to the public, your popularity score has decreased. Nobody says that you're entitled to double up on the last deal that you got. That's just what it is. Let's stop playing stupid. Let's stop playing dumb games and just deal in truth and reality.
Oh, it opened a door for Pandora's box? Oh, get them. 2 million? How many we could get? 3 billion? What? Yeah, we going after them. It's a whole different game. Y'all associating a motherfucking Brussels sprouts with apples. It's shit.
I just think it's
totally different things.
You can go about doing certain things is just how you go about it.
Why?
I'm
Because
not mad at him suing. I'm not mad at him suing Universal. I'm not mad at that. I'm not. I'm just mad that he used
so when
the
homie get hit
Kendrick.
when the homie get hit by the car and sue for 50,000, niggas like, oh, I got this lawsuit money. I caught these niggas. Got this law. I know niggas that live off of lawsuits, nigga. I know niggas that whole lick is lawsuits, bro. Every week they neck hurt. You heard? Like every week they back hurt. Yo, I'm in here. I gotta go see the doctor. Or I gotta go to see the physician. Yo, about to get this bag. I can't. Oh nah, I can't go to the gym. You bugging out. Them people might be like, nigga. That's what nigga. I know niggas that live off of lawsuits, nigga. What's the difference?
Can I ask you a quick question? Just throwing a scenario out there. So
and listen, if it was any other thing, I would call a red flag when I see one. But this got no reflection of the street. This got no reflection of the rap culture. This is a bigger and
this is the first time I ever seen this. I never seen this though.
And it's a dangerous thing he doing. It's some James Bond shit he's doing. He's doing some shit that's like taboo that niggas been scared to do.
I never seen this.
Only other nigga that was ill like do shit like this was like Michael Jackson, and we not gonna get into how that ended up for him and shit like that. But you could pull a fast how smarter he was than the whole music industry and the things that he did that propelled so much shit around him and shit like that. That nigga brought the Beatles catalog while the Beatles was still smoking, nigga.
How you think this ends?
Paul McCartney, after he had a conversation with him, brought him the next day. Like, that's all your shit costs? Let me get that too. You
Quietly
heard?
too.
And that was business. But they were so mad that it was a black man who was smart enough to do that business, it becomes a problem. Now, if it was a white company or something that brought that same publishing that was up for the same price, they would have had no problem with it. That would have been their partner.
This nigga's talking about goddamn Michael Jackson buying a nigga publishing, comparing it to Drake. Come the fuck on, man. This is absolute lunacy. This is the shit that makes your brain degenerate in real time while you listening to it, man. Like, I know homie ain't the brightest. I know he ain't the smartest, but god damn. I can't take no more. We gonna have to get past this shit now. Hey man, when motherfuckers say they want loyalty, they want a motherfucker that's do or die, ride to the DI to the end. That video we just watched from Jim Jones is what people are seeking. I don't know how many people are gonna be lucky enough to have that type of loyalty throughout their lifetime, throughout generations of years. I don't even know if loyalty like that exists in a motherfucking marriage for anybody in 2025. You know what I'm saying? That was a different type of loyalty. Shit, boy. I salute you on that. The will and suspension of disbelief is astonishing. But I had to, like I say sometimes, I had to see it, so y'all had to watch it with me, goddamn. It is what it is inside the motherfucking industry. But it ain't too much more that needs to be said. Homeboy was not educated or informed about the subject at hand. He started moving the goalposts. He started kicking the motherfucking goal to a whole nother field, to a whole nother sport. That man just knocked a hockey puck into a goddamn soccer net. Goddamn. Oh man. Nigga taking L's, nigga getting shat on by his old homies. Now he coming out taking an L on screen. Every time homeboy tried to even make a point or give him a little bit of information to steer him in the right direction, he interrupted and said, "Nah, fuck that. I don't want no extra info." Because he knew if he allowed him to get his words out and steer him in the right direction, the points that he was actually kicking would have been completely moot, would have been completely irrelevant to the subject. They were already irrelevant, but he knew if I let you say what you need to say, you're going to make me look crazy, and I'm not in the business of looking crazy today. I already have had weeks of bad press. But let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Much love, respect, y'all. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, so straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. When I catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.